Good afternoon. This is your afternoon tea. And my name is Dr. Katrina Esau of KE3 Worldwide Enterprises. I am also the creator and founder of the Whole Academy. Whole stands for Wives Healing Openly, Leaving Him Exalted. And I am speaking to the wives today that have been hurt by infidelity. Perhaps your husband cheated on you and there is a rift, but you decided to stay, you decided to fight for your marriage. I just wanted to come on today and just to share a little bit of my own story. I too was impacted by infidelity back in 2003. It's been 17 years ago, and I know all too well the pain of that. I know the hurt that comes along with it. I know the shame. I know about the guilt. I know about the embarrassment. I know of all the many different masks that you put on just to make sure that others think that you're okay, but yet inside you're dying, you're hurting, you're broken, you don't know where to begin, you don't know where to pick up the pieces, you don't know how to pick up the pieces, you don't even know what you're going to do, especially if you've been in a relationship for a long time. It is so challenging to say, I don't want this anymore. But I know that pain hurt so bad that I literally tried to get a divorce 3 times because it hurt. Cheating was a deal breaker for me. I didn't want to go through it. I just wanted to be done. I wanted to heal. I wanted to move on. I wanted to make myself available to the person that would love me for who I am. And so, unfortunately, that wasn't my story. I stuck it out. I did the work. It was hard. My husband and I separated for 3 years. And that was the hardest time that I've ever had to go through because I had lost myself. And, I had put on so many different masks of being okay to people. I didn't have someone that I could sit down and just be real and share my hurt with. I didn't have someone that I can say, hey, I'm over here. I'm hurting. I'm crying. I'm broken. Can somebody help me? Especially as a believer, because it's a taboo thing and people don't talk about it. So I wasn't just raising my hand to share my story. But I'm so grateful to God for how he's healed and restored me and my marriage. I've gotten to the place where I have forgiven, truly forgiven my husband, learned how to trust again. We put boundaries into place. We learned how to communicate with one another. I learned how to take care of Katrina first. I learned how to put my own self at the top of the list because so many times we're at the very bottom. We got to do this for the children. We got to do this for the husband. I got to do this for my job. I got to do this for the church. I got to do this for my mother, for my dad, for my friend, for this, for that. And we're at the very bottom of the list. And by the time the day is over, there's no time to do anything for you. And so you get the short end of the stick, and we give and we give and we give. And we cannot get to the place of where we're giving out of a dry place where we have become, we died doing a good thing. I didn't want to be that person. So I learned how to take care of me, whatever that looked like. I'm not just talking about hair and nails and makeup and all that stuff, because truth be told, I wasn't your hair and nails makeup person. I made sure that I looked fly when I left the house, but I wasn't in all that stuff. I was a tomboy growing up, so I could care less for that. Hated skirts and all that stuff. That just wasn't my thing. But I learned how to love me. I learned how to care about me. I learned how to put me first. And whether that meant going to the causeway, and to walk and to sit by the water, which if anybody knows me knows that I love the ocean. I love being by water because it's just so rejuvenating. It's life. It gives me creativity. It lets me see that there's no end to the things that are possible, that it's endless possibilities. I just love seeing the creation of his hand because mighty are the works of his hand. Mighty are the works of his hand. I'm not going to go there right now because it don't take much for a worshiper to get stirred up. And I love the Lord. And I love looking at the sky and the beauty and how the waves and the ocean hits. I love that. That is self-care for me, and for you, it might be reading a book. It may be taking a walk. It may be getting your nails done, getting a pedicure. I don't know, but you have to learn whatever that is and take care of you, put you at the top of the list. I learned how to do that. I learned how to walk in the newness of life. I learned how to forgive and let that person go, let him go out of my heart so that I could receive everything that God has for me. And so that's what I want to help others do. I want to help others walk through their road of restoration. It may be different than mine, but one thing I'm sure of is that the five pillars are going to be the same. You're going to have to forgive. You're going to have to, get a relationship, a vertical relationship, as I love to call it, which is my relationship with God. You are going to need to know how to pray and to intercede. You are going to need to know how to decree blessings over yourself and your family and your husband. Yes, your husband. You are going to need to know how to rebuild trust, how to communicate. You are going to need to know how to walk in the new lifestyle because you're going to create new boundaries. And so you need to know how to operate in that. These are some of the things that are foundational for all of us that have been hurt by cheating, that have been impacted by infidelity. And that's what I do in the whole academy. It is created just for you. It is created just for wives that have been impacted by infidelity, to give you a safe place to come and to learn and to grow and to pour into yourself, that you can be the best person that you can be. Because at the end of the day, that's all that matters, is that you are healed and whole and that you walk in forgiveness. So that's why I have created this academy. I've created this academy to give you access to be able to ask different questions, to be able to get specific strategies for your situations. You are going to learn how to communicate. You are going to learn how to forgive. It is time to heal. You're going to learn all these different things that I've talked about here today. And so that's what I wanted to just encourage you to take that next step, and make the investment in yourself. I invite you to register. Registration is open now for the whole academy, and there's only limited spots available because I want to make sure that you have the access that you need. I want to make sure that you have the safe environment that you need, that it's effective for you to grow and for you to flourish. One thing that I've learned, even as a professor, is that when students have accountability, they go further, they strive harder, they go to the top, they soar. And so when they have someone checking in and saying, hey, did you complete this? Did you do your assignments? Yes, there's going to be work in the academy. It's not just me teaching to you. The courses are at your own pace. You get to take them at your own pace. New content will be released to you on a monthly basis. There's different assignments without or within the courses, so you will be able to do that at your own pace. We will have times where we gather a couple times a month, which we call the hot seat, where you can ask the questions that you have that are specific to your situation and your circumstance. So there's so much more that's offered to you through this academy. And I want to invite you personally. I wanted to give you a personal invitation. I've been posting about it like crazy. I've done a few lives, but I just wanted to take a moment on my lunch break today and just to create this and to personally invite you to enroll in the whole academy. And I will tell you, I've gotten so many inquiries and different questions and things like that from different people. So if you are one that you have questions, or maybe there's just some things that you weren't sure about, go ahead, reach out to me. You can send me a direct message. You can actually go on my website, www.drkatrinaesau.com, and you can actually schedule a free 15-minute, 30-minute consultation so that we can have the conversation, so that you can get your questions answered, and so that you can register, so that you can be on your way to becoming whole. So go ahead and do that today. And actually this week, what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw in a surprise bonus. I'm not going to tell you what it is, but to the first 10 people that register for the course, you'll find that out. Once you register, you'll find out what your surprise bonus is in your follow-up email. So I'm just encouraging you guys to do it today. So many of you have reached out and you're like, oh, I'm going to, sign up, and I'm going to do it this day and that day. And I would just encourage you, stop putting off tomorrow what you can do today, because you are well worth it. You are well worth the investment. You're well worth getting the knowledge and the skills and the strategies, so that you don't have to pretend to anyone, so that you can tell your story, and that you can help another sister get through the same thing that you're going through. There's so much stuff that we're seeing that has come through Corona, where numbers of divorce are going up, abuse is going up, cheating and infidelity, the numbers are going up. And it's crazy, because you would think that with, staying at home and trying to be safe, that you would have that time to spend with your spouse. But unfortunately, that's not happening. And so I want to help you. I want to equip you. If you've already been impacted by infidelity and you want to make it work, you want to, give your all to your marriage, but you just don't know what to do. You don't know how to forgive. You don't know how to even begin to build the trust. You don't even know how to communicate anymore. Let me help you. Reach out today. Go online. The website is there. You can register at thewholeacademy.com/I am whole. Again, if you want to get more information first, if you have questions, DM me and give me your email. I'll be more than happy to answer your questions. Go on my website, www.drkatrinaesau.com, and schedule a free consultation, and we can decide, talk it out and decide what works best for you. Maybe you're a person that, I'm not really cut out for online courses. I'm not cut out for, the group, have being in a group. I'm not ready to share. I'm not ready to be vulnerable. You can still take the courses and you can, do other things. There's also one-on-one coaching available to you. So maybe you just, I want a plan that's custom designed for me. I don't want to have to, show up and be present within a group. And that's okay. We all have different preferences. We all have different ways that we work. But what I can assure you of is if you do the work and you make the commitment to yourself, that you will be in a much better place this time next year. Time is going to come and it's going to go, but what you do with it is totally up to you. So I invite you to decide today to make the investment in yourself. Do what you need to do. Again, if you need to reach out just to ask questions or to get clarity on what's available to you, go on my website and schedule a consultation, and I'll be more than happy to talk to you. The consultations are complimentary for the first 15 minutes. So go ahead and do that. And again, if you are ready, if you don't need to think about it, if you're ready to do the work, if you're ready to say, you know what, I'm ready to take this mask off. I'm ready to be true to myself. I don't want to walk around bitter. I don't want to walk around angry. I don't want to walk around hurt all the time. I don't want to model these behaviors, to my children. I want to be the strongest person that I can be for me, not for him, but for you. You want to take off that shame, that garment of shame and heaviness and brokenness and bitterness and anger and resentment. You want to take it off. Enroll today so that you can get the help and the accountability that you need. I want to thank you for your time. Again, my name is Dr. Katrina Esau of KE3 Worldwide, and I am the creator and founder of the Whole Academy, Wives Healing Openly, Leaving Him Exalted. And I say to you today, make the investment in yourself. If it's not you, please share with another lady that that perhaps is right in this situation today. Share the video, tag a friend, and thank you for your time. I truly, truly appreciate it. And I pray that you have a blessed and an awesome day.